Hey, what's up, everybody? This is my first reaction to music, and I'm pretty excited. Of course, I had to do it with some Linkin Park, one of the best new metal, best metal rock bands, whatever you want to call them, best bands of all time. I think Chester's probably got top 5 at least best vocals of all time. They're Linkin Park, one of my favorite bands growing up. They, for me, emotionally, they got me through a lot of things in my childhood. Their music has always, touched me on a deeper level. They just came out with that song called Lost a few weeks ago, which I didn't do a reaction to, but that one was incredible. I've been listening to that one nonstop. Fighting Myself by Linkin Park. I've heard good things, and I'm really hoping that they're able to top Lost. I feel like that's going to be tough to do because Lost is a very, very good song. Let's just get right into it, man. Super excited. Without further ado, here's Linkin Park. There we go. All right. Sounds very Meteora for sure.
Now, sometimes these thoughts in my head speak so loud. Every little thing that I think about just builds on top of the pain and doubt. Man. Even though I wanna just let it out, I try to act like I don't mind it. Try to keep my mouth so quiet, but sitting there in my silence just seems to amplify it. When I thought that keeping this inside would make it better, wow. I never thought.
Super cool. I mean, right into it, not wasting any time with the heavy guitars and the dope drums in the background. And they've just got so many different elements to their music. It's so cool. But I just love hearing, Mike back on the raps again, man. That was one of my favorite elements of Linkin Park, was that back and forth between him and Chester, which they've kind of dabbled into already. I'm sure Chester's going to hit the chorus like he normally does. So far, very Meteora. Y'all let me know what you think, but I'm thinking, holy cow, this sounds very similar to Faint. And there's also elements of Hit the Floor that I'm hearing. So y'all let me know what this song kind of reminds you of. Faint is my favorite Linkin Park song on Meteora. They've got so many good ones, but Faint is awesome. And it's got elements to that, so I'm loving it already. Let's get back into it.
That I would end up ruining it forever, but every time I think I got everything put back together, I end up making more regrets. Falling from grace, I watch it all come apart, knowing I could have
Let's
changed
go.
it all from the start. Fighting myself, I always lose. Fighting myself, I always lose. I didn't want you to think I'm worn out so easily.
That chorus was sick.
I wish I'd held it in so you never knew it built up inside of me.
We've got that sampling in the background of Chester's voice.
But now everything that I learned to hate came out for you to see. I don't want you to promise you can change everything and make it better, cause you can bet I'm gonna end up ruining it forever. And every time you think you got everything.
What I love about, I'm sorry to keep stopping it, but what I love so much about this band, it's so cool. They have so many different people. They have so many different instruments and different people doing different things that they're always able to bring one thing forward, and you're like kind of banging your head. You're like, oh my gosh, the guitars are so heavy. It's so dope. And then they kind of just put the guitars in the back. They put the guitars in the back, and you don't really hear it. And then the turntables and the vocals and the drums kind of come forward, and they are the thing that makes you go, oh my gosh. So they just have so many different elements. It's just so cool to me. And you kind of heard it there. The guitars kind of took a backseat to the drums and the vocals there.
Back together, I end up making more regrets. Falling from grace, I
love this chorus. This chorus is sick. These lyrics hit heavy too, right? Fighting myself, I always lose. There's that little sample of his voice again. they're probably going to go into a heavy bridge here, right? You would think.
I can't run with this weight on my back. I can't see 'cause I'm focused on the past. I can't breathe, I need to break free from the anger that is constantly inside me. I can't run with this weight on my back. I can't see 'cause I'm focused on the past. I can't breathe, I need to break free from the anger that is constantly inside of me.
Very cool. You kind of heard him take that, you know, he's just so good at layering his voice and layering his vocals. He can just kind of hit like a high note in the background and then he comes right back into it underneath with that bridge. I mean, you've heard it so many times and every time it's just so effective. He's just so good at it. I was kind of hoping that they would go into some heavy like screams there, kind of like a Faint. I'm not saying that I want the song to be exactly like Faint. I'm loving it so far. But I was just really hoping to hear Chester scream again. But so far, the song is pretty dope. Nice heavy outro. I love when songs just go pow, 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 just like hit you with it. We out. Yeah, that was dope, man. Linkin Park, they're just one of my favorites of all time, one of the best metal bands of all time. Like I said, I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it about an 8. I was hoping that it would get a little bit heavier, maybe on their next release. I think they have a couple of more demos that they're going to release. Maybe on one of those, you know, it'll get like mad heavy, kind of like that, you know, that heavy stuff that Chester really loved. And he said it himself. That was his favorite stuff to do. So I'm just like, please tell me that we're going to get some heavy Chester vocals. Anyway, man, thanks for joining me. This song, 8 out of 10. It was great. Love Linkin Park. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Join me on the next one. Hopefully we get some more Linkin Park soon. We out.